Oh, Ole'Pops here. I was gonna sit down and do a video for you guys, but I hear something coming down the street here that you guys gotta see. I think I do. There's no mistaking that sound. There ain't but two sounds like it. If I'm not mistaken, I'm fixing to get a visitor. Yes, sir. You hear it?
I don't hear it.
You don't hear it? Yes, sir. I hear it.
But there is no mistake.
Yeah, I hear it. Let me turn this let me turn this camera around here for you to. Whoa, there it comes. Look at there, folks. Is that a piece of work or what? Roar, it says. That's a 1942 Dodge. Is that not a piece of work? Look who it is, folks.
How?
How?
Gotta avoid the landmines.
Yeah, you better avoid the landmines. There's a bunch of them out there. Ain't that a piece of work, fellas?
I didn't know you were gonna film. If I hadn't known that, I'd have cleaned it up.
Well, I'd have baked the cake if I knew you was coming. That's the Briardude, folks.
We got one
Long time no see.
spot right there where I started to wash it the other day and decided,
No point in it.
Alright. We'll get its good side.
Get its good side.
Yeah.
Which side is that? The inside?
Oh no, I mean that rear end. I'm thinking about doing something box. Kind of weird.
Well, tell us a little bit about it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, it's a 42 Dodge, and it's got a LS motor in it, which is all the craze now. If everything is a default motor for any hot rod project now, replacing the small block. They say they're bulletproof. I've stood on this thing like I've never stood on a small block Chevy, and I hadn't broke it yet. But this one is just regular LS. It's either out of a C5 Corvette or the heads are off of a C5 Corvette. And it's got the 243 heads. And it's got a 39 Dodge Industrial truck grill, steel I-beam axle. I think these are Model A headlights, Model T tail lights. Tail lights are aftermarket though. And it's a lot of fun.
Did you pay anything extra for the brown paint modifications?
For the what?
Brown paint modifications?
Brown paint mod. Oh well, when I got it, it looked like a.
I'm talking about the mud.
Oh no, no, that came free. Those are marks of love and use.
Love and use. Well, let's see the inside of the jalopy.
Got bomber seats.
1942. That's a cool license plate in the floorboard.
Yeah. I only put it there to have some place to rest my heel, you know.
Keep from wearing a hole in the carpet.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it's gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
So most of the carpets have like a rubber pad there.
Well, dude, she's sweet as a peach.
Hmm?
She's sweet as a peach. Slick as snot on a doorknob.
Well, thank you. It's a daily driver.
Boys and their toys. Let's go sit down and have us a pipe.
Alrighty. We got more with me that we can have.
Oh yeah? Oh, what'd you bring me?
Some white lightning.
Oh, man after my own heart.
So what are you doing this for? You shooting an actual video?
I was gonna come out here and just shoot a check-in video with them.
Or are you gonna put this on the channel?
Yeah, and then heard
Okay,
your
well
truck.
then
I heard your truck go by or
Let
coming
me,
down the road.
Let me take the opportunity to tell everybody about the Mule Town Pipe Show.
Yeah.
Be there or be square.
March 18th through the 20th. Columbia, Tennessee.
Columbia, Tennessee at Briarworks. And we promise we won't buy up all the Penzance this time.
Well, y'all know I won't.
What are you looking to get?
Autographs.
Autographs? What?
I ain't got no money. What do you mean, what am I looking to get?
Well, I done told you to.
I'm looking to meet people and have fun.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna quit telling you to make a list. I'm just gonna start saying, well, it sucks to be you.
You know, if I run across something I want, I'm gonna bring it and stick it in your basket.
Yeah, you'll come home with it. I'm looking for. I want an 8-ounce bag of special latakia flake. I
heard you say that.
Yeah. A good friend of ours gifted me a tin. I'd always wanted to try it, and I just loved it as much as Penzance. And then there was a gentleman on Facebook who was pretty well respected. He had a bag for me, and he untimely passing was a shock to us all. It was a greater loss than the bag, that's for sure. He was a real nice guy. Can't remember his last name, but his first name was Van, and he was pretty well liked. There's so many people on Facebook; it's just so hard to keep track of them all. I'm not as active, even though there's more activity. I'm not as active as I was, on YouTube. It's just that I've just got so busy. I just, my spare time is just, it's rare. Like today, I've got a billion things I've got to do. I got to figure out that sewing machine. I just bought a sewing machine, and I'm wanting to go into rustic early American replication hats, like Voyager hats, like the French Revolution, even the types of hats they wore, and the Voyager hats they wore in the Revolutionary War and stuff like that. I like them, and I've been looking at them to buy one, and they're always out of stock. But the pictures I see of them, I'm thinking, that's a flat pattern. Zip, zap, done. $60. So I figured, why not, buy a machine for, less than what it would cost to sell 2 hats, and just kind of noodle around with it and see what comes of it.
Wish they'd known you was looking for a machine.
Well, I wanted a newer, reliable one, one that I didn't have to fuss and fight with. I saw an antique up Bell Buckle a couple of weeks ago that I liked, but it wasn't the $250 price tag. It was knowing that I was immediately going to have repair issues. and I didn't want to start off that way. This thing is plug and play, good to go.
I've got a cabinet machine sitting in there in the den that I'd have given you.
Well, might press that into service if anything comes of this. Then I got a few projects. I'm wanting to shampoo my carpets. I bought a real nice Bissell shampooer, and I got a dog that thinks the inside is the outside. So good news, they're pea spots from a 5-pound dog, but I gotta shampoo that carpet.
Yeah, Justin, before he moved to Australia, he was dating that girl long distance. She had a painting that she thought an awful lot of that was from some painter, some European painter from way back. And he took scraps from different materials and he made a quilt top that looked like that painting. Mm-hmm. And he went out and bought an old, I say an old, it's not very old. He went out and bought a sewing machine, cabinet sewing machine, so that he could make a quilt that looked like that painting. And romanced her making this quilt. Sent it to her in Australia. That's the only thing he ever did with that sewing machine. But now he's been over there for 5 years.
Are they still together?
Yeah, they're married now.
Well, then I'd say it served its purpose.
It worked, you know, it served its purpose. But I've still got the sewing machine sitting in there in the way. I don't use it. I don't sew. Jill don't sew. Well, I sew by hand. I can do by hand what he can do on that machine.
I hate doing that shit by hand. I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather do a tattoo or stick and poke. Hate it. Been blessed and privy to do quite a few interesting new tattoos. That's been fun. You know, mostly it's just, you know, the daily slush of infinity symbols, watercolor,
Hearts and banners.
half sleeves of nothing but silhouettes of trees. What we call the manfinity.
Manfinity.
But, oh, I'm spilling it. I'd just go ahead and spill it. Here's to you, brother.
To mankind.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's got to toast him. There was a guy that posted on Facebook a little while ago.
Love this pipe.
He was, huh?
Go ahead.
Oh. He was kind of bemoaning the fact that there wasn't a working replica of Davy Jones's pipe in Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah.
And he posted a screenshot of it, and I got on there, you know, dabbling in pipe building myself. I told them that, of course everyone was saying the same thing I did. They beat me to it. They said, oh, that could easily be built. And it sure could. The only thing is that if you look at the screenshot really close, it's a damn big pipe. You know,
Yeah.
You look at a bent pipe, you know, say, this would be considered in between small and medium. Yours would be like medium, a bent pipe. And then, you know, from there, you could go on up to a size of like a calabash, right? Well, this thing's almost as big as a calabash. It was just big. It's a big thing. And it was like a dragon claw holding what looked like it used to be an egg, but the walls of the egg were just splintered and tapered and jagged on the top because they wanted it to look like, it had been weathered from, so many submersions like that he had
soaked underwater.
So carving it would not be an issue. The only thing that I would feel would provide you with a significant challenge was finding a piece of briar that big. The only other thing was the tenon transition area. The shank came up and it was a seamless twist into a bald, smooth stem. And that could definitely be worked. You just go ahead and get the two pieces fitted together and then carved it as a unit. But it got me to thinking that I wouldn't mind maybe trying to build that pipe. It was interesting idea. I never have thought of that. People thinking that Cobs are the answer to everything. There are some of us who can taste them, and there's some of us who just don't like them, and not just because of the taste. I know with our personal experience, every time we went to Cracker Barrel, we bought a freaking corncob pipe. And,
that's for the novelty of it, yeah.
And then we had to look at our dad's humidor with all these briars and these falcons and hands off. So it cemented in me this distinction: corncob, toy, briar, adult.
Well, Dan.
And I know it's an artificial distinction, but that's one that's been left with me. And then when the movie Father of the Flame came out, and people were talking about it needs to be more about tobacco. Well, what the fuck would you say about tobacco? That's just not pure opinion, I mean, it's almost like the pipe ain't nothing but a syringe. It's just a drug delivery system. No, it's more than that. It's an incredible instrument that has personality. It's got a zen to it. It's got a, we were talking the other day about you puff pipes slightly different. That one likes to be smoked a certain way, and
I got to look at it from a parental aspect when I think about that. When they bought us pipes at the little toy corn cobs, we were kids. We were just fucking rice burner. We were small kids when they did that.
Yep.
First off, they didn't want us experimenting with tobaccos, but they did want us.
True enough.
They did want us to hang on to some Southern heritage. And secondly, the hands off, they didn't really want us experimenting with tobacco.
Well, I wouldn't want to see them messing with my pipes either.
And well, another reason that they didn't want us messing with his pipes is because by the time we were old enough to mess with his pipes, first off, he'd quit smoking. And second of all, they knew by the time that we were old enough to mess with his pipes, we weren't going to smoke tobacco through them. We was going to smoke pot through them.
Yeah, that's the worst mistake I've ever made is smoking cannabis through
a briar pipe. Yeah.
It ruins both.
But yeah, it does. But by the time we grew to understand the usefulness of a good briar pipe for the purpose it was meant for. The pipe becomes an extension of the body, an extension of the hand. It's about the pipe and the usefulness of it as far as smoking tobacco. It becomes a tool. I was watching somebody.
To me, it's more than that. It's the feel of one guitar in your hand as opposed to another. It's that profound.
Jill was asking if we wanted coffee.
Oh.
I told her, both of us.
We need to make it as easy on Jill.
No. That door doesn't open.
Okay.
I was asking, I was watching a video the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but I was watching somebody, and it became clear to me that not only were they smoking that pipe, I think it was Omega Man Forever, but he would smoke that pipe and he would tuck it real strong into the corner of his mouth and he would talk. And then he would take it out and he would do this and he would use it as much to point with.
People will do that with a corn cob.
Oh yeah, but that's what I mean. The pipe, and even a corn cob is good for this. But they were using that pipe as much to talk with, as much as they were to smoke with.
But what I'm talking about specifically, to hit the nail clearly on the head, by a large margin, the number one excuse I hear from cob smokers is why bother spending any more than that? It does the job. And I'm thinking, well, so does Hannah and her 5 sisters in a jar of hand lotion. But there's much more fun ways of doing things. Money better spent. You catch my drift. So,
well, I catch your drift.
What I'm saying is, that one excuse just sticks with me. Why spend more? Because the quality of experience. It's almost like, this is nothing more than a syringe.
I have
to tobacco in you.
I have to see both sides of that. I have to agree. Don't bump this camera.
Is it running?
Just don't bump the camera.
Is it running?
Yeah, it's running, but it's also pointed to where it picks up both chairs.
Hey, you.
Hey.
I believe that's a clean
I
mug.
just got you both one.
Oh. Well, thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
No problem. How are you, Dan?
I'm good. Are you? You should join us. Bring the conversation up a level or two.
She's camera shy.
Oh.
No, thank you.
People will say, what's the best tobaccos to introduce someone to pipe smoke? They want to try pipe smoking. Well, hell, I'm all about a good black Cavendish. Turn them loose. Everyone will say, no, try an English, something unflavored. You do not have to develop a nuanced palate in the first week of experimenting. You don't start someone out on Dom Perignon.
Mm-mm.
They start out on Cobs, right? So they got to learn to pace anyway. Why not learn to pace with something that's fun? Aromatics are like the cartoons of the pipe smoking world,
They
They're
can be.
comfort food.
They can be, yeah.
Yeah, they're like comfort food.
Yeah.
And so you move into it with a smile on your face and you go, wow, what else can I enjoy? And then as you go along, you learn the taste of each individual leaf and how they make different blends and that sort of thing, and you branch out. But I've always thought the best way to get into it is to hand someone a cheap basket pipe, a good black Cavendish, and scream at the top of your lungs, slow down! And that should get it done. That's just me.
Well,
think about it. When you try something, anything, a second time, isn't it because you enjoyed it the first time?
it is.
You should enjoy it the first time.
It is. And the way I got it figured is if I'm trying something for the first time, would I be, if I were trying a food for the first time, if I were trying eating for the first time, would I be more apt to try an almond joy for the second time, or would I be more apt to try, say, boiled cabbage for the second time?
Well, as bad as I hate almond joys, I'd go with him.
So, when somebody asks me, I'm thinking about starting smoking the pipe, what should I try? I'll always tell them Lane 1Q.
You can't beat it.
Go with Lane 1Q.
Yeah, it's almost pipe smoking 101.
Yeah, just go with Lane 1Q. And if they want to try something that leans a little more towards a crossover or a non-aromatic, I'll point them to HGL.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because all it is RLP6 with 8% latakia.
Well, it clearly falls under, a crossover.
Yeah.
And a crossover is a logical next step because it doesn't, you're not turning them loose with a corn cob and a small portion of pirate cake.
Yeah.
Well, once they'll taste it and they'll say, what is that? What is that?
Yeah, once they get that taste of latakia, they can either decide then, well, I don't like that, or that's interesting. And then they can add a little more to it.
Well, I remember my first experience with latakia.
So do I.
I absolutely loved the tin note. Couldn't wait to get into it. And then it was a bit of a shocker. It was quite, it definitely threw its weight around a little bit. Of course, I knew to slow down anyway, so I tried that, and it made it more enjoyable, but I just couldn't wrap my taste buds around it.
What was your first experience with latakia?
I believe it was Lane Atlantic. Is it, if I'm saying the name of it right? And my second one was Presbyterian.
Mine was Quiet Nights.
That one was the first one that I smoked that it really clicked.
Yeah.
I kind of experimented with it on up into that.
But it was my first.
Yeah.
And it was a bomb.
Yeah.
It was a bomb on me. And I thought to myself at that time, no, that is not for me.
The thing that surprises me so much is it's odd that Quiet Nights was the first time I really enjoyed latakia because I hate perique so much. And it's got perique in it.
I love perique.
Yeah, I know. Now, after I smoked a whole bunch of Quiet Nights, I went and got some Eastern Star.
Yeah.
The flake. That's I don't think that's got any perique in it, and it's also Oriental flowered. And that stuff, man, I just fell right in love with that. And I smoked that for a long time. You know.
And then after that, I got a email from Terry at Blackwater that said he had a bunch of latakia, and he wanted to know if I wanted to do some trading for it. And he sent me a bunch of latakia, and I sent him a bunch of aromatics. And I thought to myself, I said, well, he don't like them, I don't like them, Dan loves them. I'll trade him out of his latakia and just give them to Dan.
Yeah.
And I sent him a bunch of aromatics, and he sent me all those latakias, and I dumped them off on you. And I think you turned me on to a bunch of Strauss Sleepy Hollow for it.
Yeah, back when that stuff could be found. Yeah, I hadn't seen any in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I got me a big old canister of Cornell and Deal latakia not too awful long ago, and just for mixing purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it sure does come in handy. You know, I'm mixing it with all sorts of black Cavendishes and make your own crossovers.
Well, you know
The thing
what
I love about crossovers is you never notice ghosting.
you know what the last 10 I bought myself was? McBaron's latakia roll.
Oh. Now I think I got a tin of that for Christmas, didn't I?
Yeah,
That stuff's good.
I bought Gracie bought you a 10, and I bought me a 10.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
Yeah, it is. It grew on me finally.
Yeah, I can't wait for that pipe show. Get back in the presence. Just a multitude of different blends and just see what can I try now. 'Cause I hadn't tried anything new in a long time.
Well, Corvette Jim's supposed to be there. Ethan from Parsimonious Piper is supposed to be there. Curmudgeon Piper's supposed to be there. There's been a handful of them that's said we'll see you there. Hope you're there. Hope you're there. Jim's already told me to lasso you and make sure that you show up.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
That's what I told him. I said, no, he'll be there. He'll be there all 3 days if he has to ride his motorcycle that day.
Oh, I can't go long distances so that it's so close to us.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be there every day.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, if I don't show up all 3 days, he'll be there all 3 if he has to ride his motorcycle.
I'd like to go either early or one of those days and check out that motorcycle shop they got down there.
Yeah.
And I've done talked to him on the phone 2 or 3 times. And I'd like to.
I mentioned to
actually
Johnny.
go there.
I mentioned to Johnny he ought to try to catch a ride and show up. Johnny Mannion.
Well, he's in. Where's he now? Is he
He's in just across the border in Virginia.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't in San Diego anymore.
No, he's in Salem, Virginia. He said if he can catch him a ride, he don't drive.
Why not?
He has seizures.
Oh my.
His daughter's got COVID now. So we got her on the prayer chain. Hopefully she won't give it to the rest of the family. She's the sweetest girl you ever met in your life, man. She's a darling.
The one that's been on the videos?
Sadie, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. I got texting back and forth with her the other night.
Boy, this weather, it's like, you know, I just don't know how to put it into words. It's just been not fit for man or beast for so damn long. You know, I don't know, label me, but a week of snow is an emergency. 2.5 months of snow is an experiment.
You know, in that 3-week stretch there, or that, excuse me, that 2-week stretch there, we got a total of 16 inches.
I dread this summer. We're gonna see highs like we've never seen before.
You think so? I hope you're wrong.
Well, if they're tampering with it, and they've already admitted they are, yeah, I think we're gonna.
I hope you're wrong.
We're gonna get it.
Well, I hope the mower lasts this year, because it's out of warranty.
What are you talking about? It's a brand new mower.
No, it's out of warranty this year. It's 5 years
Oh,
old.
that don't mean shit.
It's out of warranty.
If you take care of it, we took real good care of it, it'll last forever.
It's 5 years old this year.
That don't scare me. I was looking for the price we paid for it. That thing ought to last for 10, 15 years. Right?
I hope you're right.
Unless they just don't make them like they used to.
Well, you know they don't. I've tried my best to make it last. I've changed belts and tires.
It's that galoppy terrain in my backyard what works it over.
That and them thorns.
Them what?
Thorns.
Oh, yeah. As long as I can get them trimmed up from coming out of the ground, that'll be okay though, right?
Yeah. I need a 4x4 post about 8 feet tall in a sack of Quickcrete.
The what?
I need a 4x4 post about 8 feet tall, and a 6-foot will do it, and a bag of Quickcrete.
What's that for?
Need to reset your mailbox.
Oh, well, I was thinking about just unbolting it from that post and then just driving some stakes down the side of it and straightening it up.
That'll never do it. We need to reset the post. I had to reset mine. All we need is a post and a $4 bag of Quickcrete.
It looks pretty sad leaning like that.
Yeah, it does. I was looking at it last night. We need to go and reset the post.
I wouldn't mind having a brick one.
Well, go out there and feel of mine. Mine ain't going nowhere. Mine's just like yours. All we need to do is reset the post and cut it off to match. The post don't set that high off the ground.
Yeah.
And the box will rebolt to the post. Don't even have to change the box.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot more spirited discussions on the. Everyone is so cordial and everything on YouTube, and of course, heck, it's Facebook is a fecal swamp for assholes anyway. But it even spills over into the good-natured souls that smoke a pipe, I guess.
Yep. I deleted it. I don't even get on Facebook anymore. I deleted it off my phone.
I use it for semi-professional reasons, so I gotta, stay on it for one reason or another. I am sure sick of it though, that's for sure. I never did warm up to Instagram anyway. I don't know how to use that thing. It's like it's like Facebook with one leg or something. I don't know.
Gracie swears by TikTok.
I've never even messed with that one.
I've
never messed with Twitter.
I tried to mess with Twitter for a little while and couldn't figure it out. I guess I'm too old for it.
You remember when we'd get off the bus in high school and we'd wonder where our friends were? And we'd have to go in the kitchen and get on that phone and we'd have to find them or not. Now everybody knows where everybody is. The damn thing's a two-way tracking device to carry around in your pocket.
I was watching a video, some young folks that I follow. They ain't got no clue who I am, of course, but there's a couple of young folks that I follow just because their blog is kind of interesting. I was watching them. They got on one of their buddies' pages and could tell where they were and who they were with.
Crazy. Yeah, I like shutting mine off and just leaving it at the house every once in a while.
I get fussed at when I do that.
What?
Jill I can't leave the house without her calling me.
Well, that's getting to a point where it's almost an emergency situation, so I can understand that. I've been looking at that green spot on your leg and I wonder, what the fuck is it? And I just realized it's a fart. You got a fart on your leg.
I do. You put it there. Jill and Gracie jealous as hell of me. All the medications that I take, ain't got a hair on my leg.
Man, I was noticing the other day I take more pills than Ma or Pa did at the time they were dying.
I take 9 in the morning and 6 at night.
Does that count aspirins and vitamins?
No.
If you don't have to count those, I take 3 in the evening and I take 5 in the morning.
I take 9 in the mornings and 6 at night. If you count an aspirin and 2 vitamins, I take 12 in the morning and 6 at night.
Gee.
But by golly, I'll take that aspirin and them 2 vitamins every morning. And they tell me I'm supposed to space them out,
Space what out?
them pills.
Oh.
But I don't. I just get up in the morning and take that handful of pills, throw them in my mouth and swallow them all down at once.
Geez, who wants to make a whole day of taking pills?
Not me.
Well, I always ask them what I can take it with and what I can't take it with. And they say, well, what do you say? Well, you got to take a look at it. Tell me if there's something that's going to kill me if I take it with it, and I'll take it the other time of day.
About the only thing they tell me I can't have is grapefruit. I'm not supposed to have grapefruit. Or grapefruit juice.
Yeah, with me it's salt and sugar.
Well, I'm not supposed to have sugar either. Not supposed to have alcohol because it turns to sugar.
Yeah.
They can kiss my rosy red ass on that one.
Well, you know, moderation is, you know, it's decently effective in that area as long as you make sure that, you know, you're giving it a good effort. And I don't think it's completely necessary to cut it completely out unless, of course, you done got naughty with it and you need to. But I've cut back quite a bit. I'll have maybe a beer or two every other day or every third day. And I don't know. Something happened. I just don't have a taste for whiskey anymore. I just don't like it. But I do love scotch. The scotch is completely different.
I got to where I
love that.
I got to where I'll look at the calendar about every 3rd or 4th bottle of whiskey.
And I like the clear stuff. And of course champagne. Can't stop that.
Just make sure I'm not skipping a day. That ain't true. You know me better than that. I've cut way, way back. I've cut way, way back.
Well, I had better point that thing in the wind.
Well, don't rush.
I got too many things at the house that's screaming for my attention. Abby's supposed to be back today, too.
Where's she at?
She's in South Carolina.
Well, she never even told me she was going this time. Generally, she'll tell me she's going. Last I heard from her, she called me and told me she had trouble with her truck, and I had to go up to Walmart and fix her truck.
What was it?
Windshield wiper.
Oh, that, yeah. Did it come off?
It come off.
Well, that'd be my fault. I don't know how those new ones go on. I put it on what I thought looked like the other side, but
Well, it looked like it had been put on right. It just come off.
it's got too many moving parts, the damn thing had. What's wrong with people? I know that one on that Pontiac is just clip.
That's Mopar.
Huh?
It's Mopar for you. Mopar.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's the way they do it, man. They just
Hey, you're dissing my truck now, man. That was Dodge before it was Mopar.
yeah. Yeah, yours come down and do this though, don't they?
If it had it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was mounted up high. I'm if I ever took that LS motor out and put another motor in it, because it's a Dodge truck, I would want to put a 440 in it. I think that would be so cool. Put a 440 in there, because I've always loved 440s.
Well, if you put anything in it besides that LS, you need to go with a big Hemi.
I don't have $12,000 for it.
Yeah.
Things are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
They're forged. That's why they cost so damn much money. More than other things.
You know, they say they got a baby Hemi now.
Oh what?
A baby Hemi. A 6-cylinder Hemi.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. A semi-Hemi.
Semi Hemi, yeah.